Welcome to Lunch and Learn. I'm glad you decided to take a few minutes out of your day to learn something new and possibly create another stream of income. Today, I'm going to walk you through how the travel industry works and how people are positioning themselves to benefit from it. Now, one thing I want to say up front is this. This is not about selling travel. This is about understanding how to participate in an industry that people are already using every single day. Think about it. People are already booking vacations, taking cruises, traveling for business, and planning trips with their families. The real question becomes, who is benefiting from it? Most people only experience travel as an expense, but what if you could position yourself on the other side of that? Now, instead of me trying to explain everything step by step, I'm going to share a presentation that my business partner and I put together that walks you through everything clearly. Go ahead and watch this carefully. And I'll come back at the end after you've had a chance to watch the presentation. If what you saw makes sense to you and you're ready to explore this for yourself, you can get started using the link below. Take your time, review everything, and don't feel rushed. If you have questions, you can always reach out. This may not be for everyone else, but for the right person, this could be a great opportunity. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next Lunch and Learn. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you at the next session.
Hi, I'm Patty Gray. Like so many women, I wanted more freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of income, and the ability to travel without stress, all while still managing work and family responsibilities. I was introduced to a way to earn in the travel industry that allows people to build income without pressure, hype, or chasing anyone. I'm honored to introduce the person who brought me into this business, my business partner and mentor, Director Charlotte Moore. Charlotte is a mother of two and a grandmother of six. She is retired from corporate America and has built a respected legacy in this industry as a 40/40 club member, a 2022 Team Top Recruiter Award recipient, and a 2022 Team Servant Leader Award recipient. She is a dream maker, a one-star director on her way to two-star, a mentor, a coach, a woman of faith, and someone who genuinely loves helping people create options for themselves and their families. In this presentation, Director Moore will walk you through how this business works, who it's for, and what it realistically looks like to get started. I encourage you to watch the presentation in its entirety. There's no pressure here, just information so you can decide if this aligns with your goals and your lifestyles. Charlotte, I'll turn it over to you.
Hello, Patty Gray. Can you see me and hear me?
I can see you and I can hear you.
Wonderful. I want to thank you for this opportunity. I really am excited about what we're about to share today. And she didn't say anything about herself. She gave you her name, but I want to tell you who Patty Gray is. She's a business associate. She joined this business back in September of 2022. She is a representative and an ITA. You'll hear what that's about. She is certified as a dream maker. She's been certified with more than 20 preferred partners in this business, vendors. She is a ASTA certified specialist in destination weddings, a mother of four, grandmother of 11, and Patty loves helping others. So we're going to go ahead and allow you to hear this information. And I will tell you now, as she mentioned, There is no pressure. We just want to educate people so they understand if they're in need of some freedoms, what we can offer you. And Patty is one that can really help you if you decide to say yes. Stop and think about freedoms that you may want. I don't know about you, but just like Patty, we as women are looking for more because that's how we're wired. We don't mean to, but that's how we're wired. And so, since we're wired that way, we end up wanting more financial freedom. We want it for our families. We want to make sure that those of you who are married, you don't want your husband to have to pick up a second job. You don't want to pick up a second job. Personal freedom. You don't want to have to worry when you get that call from the school that your son is sick or you have an emergency that you can't leave. Okay? PTO is not there. And then if it is there, it's all used up. What about time freedom? I don't know if I really want to go to work today. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to take the weekend plus Monday and we're going to go to Florida. That's time freedom. Well, we're going to show you how you can design your ideal life in a business like this. What am I talking about? I'm talking about building a strong network, embracing and empowering yourself and also others with unlimited income opportunities, and then benefiting from e-commerce. And here's the thing about e-commerce. We have it. It's not going anywhere, people. It's going to grow and grow and grow. With e-commerce, instead of you going to someone else's.com, why don't you invite them to come to you.com? That way, whatever they need, you've got it for them. And then that working from anywhere at any time, no inventory, no quotas. We like to say, we're not talking about lotions and potions, filling up a garage with things. We're referring to hitting the beaches and the oceans. And then we are going to show you how you can become a travel professional, earning travel commissions, and you're going to get some secrets today. So who are we? We are Planet Marketing, and we're a company that is managed like a business should be managed. An online business provider, we supply you with an opportunity that you can earn money from home. Based out of Atlanta, Georgia, international company growing globally. We are in over 22 countries, and last year we celebrated our 10th year anniversary. Fresh opportunity without the risks of any startup. A solid company of leadership, highly qualified corporate leadership team. How do I know that? That gentleman that's standing is the CEO and founder, Mr. Donald Bradley. And when he made a decision that he wanted to build something that would allow people to have the freedoms I mentioned, he had you and me in mind. He had Patty in mind. And when he did what he did, he was so determined that what he did would not look like what he's seen that did not help people. Now, we know we can take the good from things, but we don't take the bad from things. And with those negative things, we hopefully try to make sure that we're not repeating them. And he wanted to make sure that what he did was going to be top bar when it came to the people who made a decision. Well, commissions paid to date over $350 million. Now, the two people you see at the bottom of the screen, Dwayne Vansell is our current president. He has over 20 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience. Within the last 18 years, he's been in network marketing travel space. What am I saying? He knows what he's talking about. And then Leanne Treckler, we all love her. You're probably wondering why. Well, she has 20 years of experience of management and administration. She oversees the daily operations in our business and the Planet support team. Then we have that really important thing when it comes to getting paid. She's the woman that makes sure we get it on time. And then there are opportunities that there are actually times she will say, we're going to give it out to you a little bit earlier. So we're grateful for Leanne Treckler and for Dwayne Vansel. Well, if you're a marketing firm, you got to have something to market. Who do we market? We market IntelliTravel. I mentioned we're going to show you some secrets. The accreditations and certifications that we have, IntelliTravel is at the top of their game. BBB recognized for excellence. And we are stationed out of Delray Beach, Florida. Planet Marketing actually sells IntelliTravel, while IntelliTravel sells travel. People who have desire to come into IntelliTravel business have to contact Planet Marketing to come in the door. Why? We are the marketing firm. Travel bookings to date, $5.5 billion based out of Delray Beach, Florida. Been in the business now for over 30 plus years. And they're the originator of home-based travel agents. And you're probably wondering, how do you know they started it? They went to court to prove that they were the very first. So anyone you see doing it now, we hand clap them. But they weren't the originators. They're the copycats. They're copying the right cat. Who is that? Mr. James Ferrara, who is the CEO and has been in this business from the very beginning, still books his own travel. Would you believe that? With over 140,000 travel agents, he could easily have someone do it for him. But Mr. Ferrara is wanting to be on top of his game so that he knows if there's anything that comes up and he happens to run into someone that wants to ask him a question, he's not saying you got to call back to the office. No, he knows what he's doing because he's doing it. Look at the awards that we have. IntelliTravel has many different awards, but the one that is really most impressive to me is the Magellan Award. You can really compare it with the Oscars and the Emmys because it is like that. We have had that 3 years in a row. And as I mentioned, booking to date, 5.5 billion. Last year alone was $1 billion, and the year before was $1 billion. So they have hit $1 billion 2 years in a row. That is something to really, really take a look at. Still giving you some education here. Now, I don't know if you knew this, because I'm going to be honest, when I came into business 8 years ago, I did not know commission was already built inside what I was booking. I made some international trips, Germany, India, Japan, UK, and had no idea, had I been in the business at that time, the commission I would have earned. So we're not talking about them adding it. You've paid for it. Better yet, let me put it this way. It might be a little ouch, but you really are an unpaid travel agent if you're booking your own trips. Why? You're doing what I'm doing. The difference is you're not getting paid to do it. We can change that for you. Enjoy the infinite possibilities. Up to 70 to 80% of commission will come to you when you become a travel business owner. It's a full-fledged at-home agency. Everything's in place. State-of-the-art personalized booking portal. We are partnered with every major supplier worldwide. And then the payment gateway and the customer management software. All of those things are in place when you come into business. IntelliTravel is providing group trips and individual travel that you can book and get commissions on. These are just a few of those listings. Group cruises, corporate and church retreats, fraternities and sororities, destination weddings, honeymoons and anniversaries, girls' trips, and so much more. Those things are available for you to get paid commission on. Turnkey business, what does that mean? Customer service and support, on-demand agent training modules, access to major suppliers worldwide, sales and marketing materials. How is that turnkey? Soon as you start your business, turn the key, you get all of that. No waiting period. It's there for you. And a few more things that we're showing you, what you'll have access to. Remember, all of this is earning commission. You get to earn commission from doing all of these things. Travel insurance? Yes. Sports and entertainment tickets? Yes. Car rentals, hotel rooms, excursion and activities, cruises, vacation packages, resorts and tours? Yes. Airbnb, branded Airbnbs? Yes. You get it all. You get to have it all. And we're glad to know that you'll be able to take advantage of everything you want because of everything we offer. Why travel? Why now? Well, my question is, why not? Do you realize that over $10 trillion annually is where the travel industry is now? Fastly moving to a projection within the next 10 years, which I believe is going to hit it before the 10-year period. 15 trillion is where they're banking we will be. Baby boomers are leading the charge to show you and say, we are not sitting at home rocking in a rocking chair. Yes, we love our grandchildren, but they got to call and find out if we're even home. They just can't drop the children off because we could be in Hawaii. We could be on a cruise ship, whatever's going on. I really respect the baby boomers. Why? I'm one of them. Then there's the millennials who are spending $4 trillion themselves. They have almost doubled what we've done. I have to believe we must be giving them a little bit of change so they can do what they do. Generation X, $3 trillion annually, because it's quality over the quantity. They believe in maintaining their work and their life balance, even though they want to travel. But the Generation Z, let me tell you, don't mess with them because they're saying we're going to put it all together. We're going to travel and we're going to still do our business. So let us go because we're going to turn it into a bleisure trip. Business plus leisure equals bleisure, right? That's what they're doing. And they are hitting a 1.5 trillion annually sale of what they're booking in the travel industry. As you know, if you didn't know, the number one research category online is travel. Why? Everybody is doing something with it. They either want to travel, they don't have the money to travel, but even when you don't have the money to travel, nothing wrong with looking it up and taking a look if you can't book. Why? It gives you a chance to dream a little, right? So why not get paid on what you're already doing? Everybody I know is traveling or wants to do just that. Let me quickly show you some examples of the commissions you can earn. Just some examples. A frequent business traveler you know goes to another state and they book their hotel at another location, or they're coming in, they go out to your portal, they got a 3-night hotel stay 3 times a month, booked through your portal, and their commission is $151 and some change. I call that pillow money. You were sleeping, may not even known it happened, but they're getting it done. And because you have provided your portal for them, your client website, they can now book when they travel. Well, we're going to go up a little higher. 5-day golf trip. Here you see 4 wonderful people doing a golf trip in Scottsdale, Arizona. That, if you were to book it, wouldn't take more than 30 minutes, probably less than 30 minutes. Your commission, almost $275. Then we know there are those women who know they're trying to put that honeymoon together, or maybe that real lucky soon to be groom is saying, let me handle it. Either way, the wonderful thing about it is if you're asked to do it, all-inclusive resort, Cancun, complete with butler service, can you imagine getting a commission of almost $600? That's amazing. It's happening. I love this because most people now, many people I should say, are taking their family reunions on a cruise ship. They're getting on a boat. They don't want to fight the bugs. They're not concerned about those things. So let's just get everybody on a boat, get them on a reasonable trip, a Western Caribbean cruise. We'll buy t-shirts so we can find each other when we get through eating or we decide where we want to go. I think it's wonderful. And everyone's having a grand time. And you walk away with a comma check of over $2,200. Right. That's only for 20 cabins. What if the cabins doubled that? You could almost be looking at $5,000 in your commission. Well, learning and earning is what we do. We have an education program like none other. You heard me mention Patty. She's a Dream Maker certified. I'm a Dream Maker certified. Vacation Builder, Travel Genius are others that we can do. And this allows us to be able to acquire vendor-specific certifications at our own pace. We better become educated on travel vendors and industry product. That's why they offer this to us. So we get to educate ourselves. How do we do it? By experiencing travel from a client perspective. Our experience and our education isn't in a classroom. It's at that beach. It's at that Negril, Jamaica. It's getting that travel certification wellness. 4 days and 3 nights, all inclusive, adults only. I have to pay for it, of course, because I'm the agent. But this is the thing that's really amazing. I'm only paying $499 for that entire trip, all inclusive, 4 days, 3 nights. You couldn't get that if you weren't a travel business owner. Here's another example. Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, 4 days, 3 nights, 5-star, all inclusive, another advisor certification. Remember, this is our education. We're learning at the same time, learning so we can earn. This only costs $720 per person, not per night. Another amazing opportunity for we to be able to go and enjoy the luxury of the Dominican Republic. And we're not coming back broke. We came back educated, and I love it. Well, one of the things I can say about IntelliTravel is we don't have any risks. They are all guarantees. First one is to your client. Your client is wanting you to take a look at some pricing for them, a price quote. And in the meantime, as we know people will do, they go ahead and they start looking as well. Well, they believe they found a better price than you did. Have them bring you what they found. IntelliTravel says, if we can't meet your price or beat your price, has to be apples to apples, oranges to oranges. It can't be I'm looking up Delta and you decide to look up Southwest. There won't be a match. Everything has to be the same. And if we have not been able to meet or beat the price, IntelliTravel says we're going to give you a 110% difference in IntelliBucks. That's a credit that they'll be able to use to come back to you and book their next trip. Number 2, no questions asked. 100% money back guaranteed. Within the first 30 days, you come in and by day 30, you say, I don't think this is it. You get to leave us. We say thank you, and you get your money back. Now, some people can't make that decision in just 30 days. I know I couldn't. So they set up a unique profit guarantee. And with that unique profit guarantee, what happens is you now have 12 months to go out, work your business. Make sure that the profit you're gaining and receiving is at least equal or more than what you've invested. The company says, if it's not, we're going to cut you a check for the difference. And that's money, not a credit. And guess what? You can still stay with the business. Well, I shared with you about the travel, the professionalism of travel, becoming a travel business owner. But you got to remember, I talked about 3 freedoms, a financial freedom, along with time freedom and personal freedom. So when I came into business, my husband had passed away. So there were many things that had no longer been available for me because he was no longer here. And so my income and what we had in our household was cut short. Thank goodness this business had another business that allowed me to receive double for what I lost when my husband transitioned. So I'm going to spend a few more minutes sharing with you about this business, which is capitalizing on the power of leverage and residual income. Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, he says never rely on a single source of income. He doesn't say get a job. He says you must invest to create a second source. I'm going to show you how that works with our leveraged weekly income. You decide that you want to be a part of this business. You have been referred, let's say, by Patty Gray, of course. You come in the door, Patty Gray is going to receive a $50 direct sale commission because she brought you in by inviting you, allowing you to see this presentation, and you made a decision. Well, that can happen as many times as she wants it. She can bring in 5 people a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't matter. There is no limit in the number of people. For everyone that comes in, that's $50. It would be the same if it were you. Now, you're in the business. You decide to do what she's done, and you have the same rights and privileges. It doesn't change. So you're going to get that $50 referral for everyone that you brought in, commission. Now the company says, thank you, Patty Gray. We got to give you a 50% match of $25. Why? Because we would not have known your referral had you not brought them in. And I love that about our business. We won't drop you after you've brought someone in. You keep getting rewarded through thank you checks because you're bringing people in to join you and work with you in this business. Then we also have $10 bonuses, and we have a level of 6 of them that you can earn. And I'm going to show you how that works. Now, remember, this says weekly income. That means you do it this week, you're going to see the money next week. It's upfront commissions. We have a Planet Builder program, and you advance to that by your personal active ITAs. ITAs are independent travel agents. You bring in 3, you're a bronze builder. You bring in 3 more, you're a silver builder. You bring in 3 more, now you're considered a rank of gold builder. And this is when your first level of $10 team bonuses starts. You get an opportunity now to see that 50 that you were receiving become 60. That 50% match of 25 now becomes 35. Then there's a 10% match on personal ITA travel commissions. Everyone that you brought in the business, when they do booking and they book trips and get a commissionable check, the company says thank you again to you, and they will give you a 10% match. Can you imagine you brought in someone that booked a cruise? Let's say that cruise, even though it showed there that it was a $2,240 one, let's say it's a $5,000 cruise commission. Do you know you would get a 10% match if you brought them in and you're a gold builder? And that 10% match means the company's going to say thank you with $500. It's amazing. The last one here is 10% match on your personal reps matrix, because everyone will have a matrix. It is called our residual income. This is where you're beginning to start receiving earnings once a month on the 10th of every month. You need to bring in only 2 people and your matrix unlocks. Let me say this quickly. I believe you know 9 people. Why not go gold right away? Because you saw the different avenues of what you're going to gain by becoming a gold builder. Tell as many people as you choose. And you can find 9 people that will say, yeah, I want to earn money, I want to save money, and I want to travel more. So with the two, you now have unlocked that matrix. I know $4 doesn't sound like much. $48 is what you would receive. But keep an eye on what I'm showing you. At each one of those levels, did you notice how quickly when it got down to 5, the amount of money that you could actually earn is showing the max out of what you could earn. It's showing how many people you can hold on that level. And as we keep going all the way to gold, which is 9, you have the opportunity as a gold builder to fill up your matrix with 19,683 people and receive a max of $118,092. Do you see why going gold is so valid and important? Now, you don't have to. How'd you like to have a 10% of that every 10th of the month? $11,809 a month could really go far. Would you not agree? I would. So it's like filling up a stadium. And every time you fill up a seat, $4. Every time you finish filling up a seat, everyone that sits in a seat, you're going to get $4 for them. And you're going to also, with those you've brought in the business personally, will get a 10% match on what their matrix is. Because this matrix doesn't just include the people you've brought in the business, but it includes the people they brought into the business. So that's why it grows like it grows. And now we have the director program. You heard Patty say, I'm a one-star director. I have a team of over 100 people. I get a monthly bonus on the first of every month of $500. And now I've also added another $10 level bonus, which means I now get $70 every time I bring someone in the business. The 50% match for me turns into $45. Not only is it $500, but the company tells all one-star directors, you are guaranteed $1,000 monthly income. So when I became a one-star director, I automatically received a $12,000 raise, just like that. I can never get anything less from the business. They'll make it up for me. If I only hit 750, they're going to add the 250. The company is just always about making sure we're winning. So for every star, as you see, there is more that you can receive in your bonus. And all the way to 5-star, you're still getting the additional $10 level of team bonus money. We just had a woman that just hit 7-star. Can you imagine? She's receiving a monthly bonus of $30,000, a monthly bonus. We're not talking about what she's getting in the residual income. We're not talking about what she's getting for those people that are coming in the door with her. But we go all the way to 10-star. So there's room for you. And then the jacket behind there, that's what they get us when we do become a director. It's tailor-made to fit us, measurements and all. Nobody can wear it but you. Mr. Bradley says, I want to provide presidential ring and Rolex program. $100K annually. You get a sapphire ring when you have reached that level, $83.33 per month. You receive a ruby ring when you've hit $250,000 annually, and your monthly rate of earnings is $20,833. $500,000, you get a diamond ring, and your earning monthly is $41,666. And then at $1 million annually, which is a monthly of $83,333, he places that double diamond ring on your finger. 5-star, you're going to receive that Rolex time encrusted timepiece. There are people that have hit these numbers and are already receiving these rings. You don't have to have a ring, but he wants to give it when you have reached it. He feels the work and effort you put in, you deserve it. So Mr. Bradley does this for us. Now I want to show you this disclosure statement And we'll be soon seeing a new one coming out. But for the year 2024, this is what was earned. This is what we received. This is what the business paid out to us. And when they paid it out to us, naturally, they have to report this to the IRS. Gotcha. In case you were thinking, pyramid scheme, we would not be reporting to the IRS if we were. We would be running from the IRS if we were. And I'm happy to say that is not our case. Nor would people like Disney, Marriott, Hilton, Carnival, Norwegian, you name those different suppliers and vendors who have built up their brand, they wouldn't be dealing with us. They wouldn't want to risk their own brand nor their business. But this is showing you the high, the low, and the average. Someone can really take the time, and I know Patty would be glad to really go through the details. But we just want you to know we're showing you what we're earning. And we receive a 1099 at the end of the year that we too will be turning in to the IRS. We have that opportunity to have write-offs. Check with your accountant. Write-offs are very legitimate. Well, I love this slide because it talks about a pledge. That pledge is talking about leaving a legacy for your loved ones. Mr. Bradley put this in place for all directors. Feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commissions, your director pay, your director bonuses, and monthly residual income. That is so amazing. We will not stop receiving money for our family. When I leave this earth, my son has already been put in place. He signed the paperwork. We got it notarized. It's sitting in my file in corporate office with Planet Marketing. So when I leave the earth, he will still be, they will transfer everything to him so that that income, those earnings, those commissions, those bonuses will still be going out for my 6 grandchildren. I love the fact that Mr. Bradley decided this was something he wanted to do. And his thought was, you earned the money, not me. Why would I cut it off? Something to think about. We are Planet Turnkey again, just like IntelliTravel. Everything's in place for you. The tools, the system, the support. We have learning and training and websites and demand and live training and everything, web calls, live events, and we have a convention that is second to none. Every year, we have the awesome opportunity to go to a place that's been chosen. We will be going this year in 2026 to Orlando, Florida, the world's largest Marriott resort, where 6,000 to 7,000 to 8,000 people will congregate so we can learn and we can really be educated to go home and be better when we leave there. And then the icing on the cake is our guest speaker this year will be none other than the incomparable Mr. Fraser Brooks. Oh my goodness, if you don't know him, look him up. He is known to be one of the very best in the business of marketing. And he's going to be dropping the nuggets. We're going to be able to take pictures with him, I'm sure. But we are going to have a wonderful time. So I'd like to say to you, you want to know how to get started? I'm going to show you. One time, $199.90. That's it. And that $199 includes Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel, which is what you see on the right. You pay that as your startup cost. And then every 30 days afterwards, you're paying a submit of $59.90 for your monthly unlimited support with this business. We want you to have the support. We want you to have the access. We want you to be able to know that we're there for you and the company has everything in line for you. You don't build your own websites. They put it together for you. You don't have to worry about being locked out of anything. Everything's available for you to know. You don't have to sign up with anyone else to get all those providers for your trips. That's already done because you're already going to be able to do it through IntelliTravel. Them being certified certifies you. $199.90. That's it. Less than the cost of a smartphone. And we know $59.90. We know that's less than $2 a day. Yeah, it is. Less than the cost of a cup of Starbucks. Okay? The breakdown is showing you where the money's going. $19.95 goes to Planet for you to have those 7 additional streams of income. $179.95 goes to IntelliTravel for all things travel. And as I mentioned, the $59.90, there's the breakdown of where that is. $19.95 of that goes to IntelliTravel monthly. $39.95 of that goes to, $19.95 of that goes to Planet Marketing every month. $39.95 of that goes to IntelliTravel every month. So we hope that as you see this, you understand the process. And if you really need to have something tweaked, we're glad to be able to do that for you. And I know Miss Patty will as well. Well, think about it. As she said, we wanted to educate you. Are you ready to make a decision? If you are, you can say, yes, I am. Ready to go. You can say, I'm a 1. She's going to tell you how to do this, okay? Number 2, I've got some questions. We're going to show you some of the questions that are sometimes asked. One of them I mentioned to you, and that is it a pyramid scheme? And it's not. It is legitimate business. Another question that sometimes is asked is, do I have to operate in both businesses? No, you do not. I only want to do travel. That's fine. You can do travel. It's no problem. Well, what about for myself? As the only commission I get is when I'm booking travel for others. If I just book for me, will I get commission? Yes, you will. Those are things people ask all the time. So you don't need to build a team, and you can book for only yourself if that's all you want to do. I will tell you this, as people see those beautiful pictures out there, they're going to ask you how you're doing what you're doing. And as a result, you're going to be able to say, let me show you how. Then you may be the person that says, thank you for the opportunity, Patty, to take a look at this, but I don't know if it's my fit. And we understand it doesn't fit everyone. I want to say to you, this will be a wonderful time for you to provide referrals. Go to people and send them to this so they know what it is they can possibly get a chance to be a part of. Because if it's not for you, it could be for a friend. It could be for a family member. Whatever it is, or whomever it is, feel free to share. Feel free to share. We'd appreciate that. So we're going to say, start your journey of success. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You did that today because you took the time to take a look at this and become educated. As you heard Patty Gray say, no pressure, but we wanted you to know what you could have in case you were wondering, what have I missed out on? Through financial freedom, through personal freedom, through time freedom. And if you said yes, I'm saying welcome to the best place on the planet. Thank you, Patty Gray.
Thank you so much, Director Moore. And thank you for taking the time to watch the presentation. Everything you've just seen is designed to give you clarity. If this aligns with you, you'll see the option below to move forward. If not, I appreciate you taking the time to explore your options. Whatever you decide, thank you for being here.